Fáilte Rash, welcome back. Tasúlagum go bhfuil sibh go léir go maith inniu. Hope you're all doing good today. Now I might have mentioned that I bought myself a Christmas present, so Santi's come a little bit early for me. And all I need to say about this machine at the moment is the name says it all for me. It's a Wadkin machine I absolutely love. Now we'll talk about the machine at another point and another little clip because it warrants an awful lot of talking, believe it or not. But I seem to be back where I started 48 years ago. I seem to be destined to be always moving machines around workshops. Now, when you're on your own, you have to do things on your own, and where there's a will, there's a relative, as they say. So you've got to always be able to improvise. I once asked a man in a different discipline, he was explaining about something, doing something some way, and I said to him, can that be done? And what he said to me, I never forgot. He said, all it takes is an attitude. And so it is. I stopped ever asking that question again, because anything with the right attitude can be done. So I've got a machine here that's approximately a ton in weight. My lovely Wadkin. It's my new lathe that you see here. And I've got to shift it. And we go back to the old pyramid days, or we go back to the ways of old in trying to shift something. So it's all low tech. I've got a 2-inch bar underneath there. I've only got 10 inches of travel there to make sure that I don't touch any of the mechanisms in here. In other words, the lift and pedal and so on. And I've got my trusty crowbar. I've got a lump hammer, all high tech, 2-inch bar, crowbar, a lump hammer. And if you'll follow me down this end, if that camera will pan down here, we go down all the way down here. And this lathe has a 10-foot bed. Can you believe that? So I go down here, it's the tailstock, and I go down to this end, and as you can see, I'm only a small fella. So I've got to move 1 ton on my own, and I've got to move it 40 feet from that end down to this end. And down to this end, I've nothing other than, as they say in Delby, a jammy bar, or a nail bar as we call it over here. And all it requires to move that is a little bit of lift, and that'll roll along there for me. It'll roll along 10 inches. That's my limit. That's my 10 inches achieved. I'll leave my nail bar there. I'll go back up to this end. Follow me up to Carlo is the song. And I'll hope the camera will pan down. I put my nail bar under here. Always got to be very careful with nail bar in case it slipped, because it'll give you a black nail very quickly. So I'm just going to lift that nail or lump hammer, tap it forward. I'll let that fall of its own accord. No, I won't. I'll take it out. I'll go to the far side. Follow me around. Hope you're working there now, camera. And I'm just going to go to this side and tap the bar forward again. Tap the bar forward. So that's my bar tap forward to its maximum. That's it there. And I'll go back down and I'll shove it forward another 8 inches or 10 inches that I'm getting on the travel. So as you can see there, that's all I have to do to recap, to move tonnage. I seem to be doing this for years, pushing around machines and rolling them around. Normally in some machines you'll be able to use 2 bars to get more travel. In this case, 1 is doing the job, and you can see how easy it is. The law of the lever. How many of you know that? Or how many people even remember it? In today's world, it's all forklifts and so on. So you don't have that privilege when you're working on your own. So that's my Wadkin. I've just to move it another 4 feet into the corner there and take up the space where my old one was. Where there's a will, there's a relative. So hope that might be useful to some of you. My Christmas present for Christmas 2025, when most people of my age are actually packing it in and talking about retirement, that word doesn't sit easily with me. So I'm hoping to start my second career now from next year. So I'll start again at 2026 and start my new apprenticeship in 2026. So I hope you enjoyed looking at this. Tasúlagum go bhfuil tú go maith. Hope you're doing good. Agus Win Tanafas and Law. Enjoy the day, and we'll talk to you soon. Tug the bug, eh? Take it easy and slán go fóill. Bye for now.